Welcome back to Border Life. Lockdown has been a difficult time for everyone. But for those groups trying to tackle the problem of isolation, it's been especially hard.
Our raison d'etre, if you like, was to provide a place for men to meet, to socialise and to work together. And lockdown's cut right across that.
The Men's Shed movement came to Scotland more than a decade ago. And today, there are 130 sheds around the country, with more in the pipeline. These are places where men, many retired, can connect and create. The aim is to improve well-being by getting busy and starting to talk.
Yeah, I've been here since 2017.
I've come to the Dalbeattie Men's Shed, where Secretary Jeff Allison is showing me round, starting in the wood shop.
We do all sorts, from little small stuff like bird boxes. These are squirrel feeders. We've turned out over 200 of those in the last year. There's, you'll see down the bottom, there's some big planters. We make furniture, both garden furniture and household furniture in hardwood. So there's a whole range of stuff. And we probably have 8-10 guys working in here on a normal day or before shutdown.
So Jeff, where does all this stuff go?
It all goes into the community. We have a great community in Dalbeattie. In the year ended March, we did over 200 commissions. We sell a lot into the community, and we use the money to buy ourselves some new toys.
What is this machine, Jeff?
This is a saw bench. It's used for cutting wood. They're great boys' toys. The guys love to use them. It allows us to make high quality stuff. Some of the stuff like this saw bench is really powerful, and it does make a bit of a noise.
So Jeff, this looks like heavy duty stuff. What happens in here?
Well, this is the other end of the machine shop. This particular thing is for cold wrought iron work. The advantage of this is that there's no heat. It's just sheer manual strength. The good thing about using metal is you can always unbend it and bend it back again. No, unlike wood, if you make a mistake with wood, that's ruined.
Safety is key here, in a place that's a treasure trove for the would-be handyman. Here at Dalbeattie, you can repair it, restore it, or even ride it.
We take in bikes that are surplus, that people no longer need. We'll fettle them up and turn them back into the community at fairly reasonable cost. During lockdown, this has been a big thing. We've turned over quite a lot of them.
From 3D printing to framing, there's always something to keep a man busy here. He can create or just have a chat and a cuppa. This volunteer group has won national prizes for its work in the community. But when lockdown happened, the doors shut. Here we are, no rest for the wicked.
No, none at all, unfortunately.
Keeping spirits up when you're unable to meet in person hasn't been easy. But happily, some repair work can still be done at home. So, Martin, how many bikes have you repaired during this lockdown?
I've probably repaired and sold about 25, and then repaired or serviced for other people probably another 20 or 25 as well. The lockdown just is no good for people's mental health at all. So yeah, it's been good. Otherwise I'd just be sitting in the house doing nothing, you know, and that's just not good.
A former soldier, then nurse, Martin has worked on dozens of bikes since lockdown began.
I actually was volunteering with the drug and alcohol charity. I took one of my guys along to the men's shed and he joined, so I joined along with him and I've been there ever since. It means I get guy time, it's a bloke time I suppose. You know, I just have 2 female carers for my wife, so most of my contact is with females, so I just go for the bloke time and a good laugh, and I can swear.
Keeping an eye on another of the team's projects is Derek. This Dalbeattie phone box now repainted and maintained. Well, you've done a good job with this phone box here.
Yes, this is one of the last jobs we've done before the lockdown, so try and keep active until we get back to normal.
Are you looking forward to get back to normal?
Oh yes, aye. It's a great place, a shed, and a wet winter's day. You can have a blether, you can have a laugh, and you can be useful at the same time.
But keen to get back?
Yes, I don't know when that'll be like, but...
We've to keep our fingers crossed, haven't we?
Oh aye, everybody's in the same position, aren't they?
The phone box is an eye-catcher, and it's one that contains life-saving equipment. But the real jewel in the men's shed crown is currently at nearby Polnackie.
So this is our most challenging and exciting project, brought down here in April for Tom, who was needing something to do, and here she is, the Skiok car.
This vehicle first appeared at the Scottish Motor Show in 1921. Built in Dalbeattie by James Skiok, it was one of the early affordable cars, and it should have been a rip-roaring success. But a blaze at the workshop left the designer's dream in ruins, and the Skiok was consigned to history. 3 years ago, though, Men's Shed members decided to recreate it, using some original parts and working from early drawings.
It's made of mostly aluminium, and the wooden chassis with metal sides to stiffen it up.
Tom's a former garage owner, and his mechanical knowledge has been really helpful.
It's a 2-speed gearbox. First gear's forward, the second gear's back. That's all, and no reverse. So you get stuck in the road, you've got to push it back and get out and do your best.
When we visited, the Skiok wasn't able to get out on the road. But as this home video shows, she has been out, so she does work. The aim now is to get her painted and shipshape for early next year, when she'll be launched exactly 100 years after she first appeared.
It's been a challenge. It's stretched us both financially and technically, but we've found some wonderful guys and we've done a great job.
It's a one-off, isn't it?
It's one-off, yes. There's a lot of effort and blood, sweat and tears gone into this, but yeah, it's a credit to the guys that have worked on it.
For Shed members, this car and the other projects have been lifelines during lockdown. For voluntary groups like this one, trying to keep the camaraderie going is vital.
We need to keep connected because we need to be able to get back to where we were. We were buzzing, and now it's stopped, and it's difficult just to keep something going, but we want to because we know what we want to get back to. We do stay in touch, and if anyone's feeling lonely or isolated, talk to one of the buddies. There's plenty of us, and we all have each other's contact details. So yeah, talk.
And that's it from this edition of Border Live. We hope you'll join us again next time. Until then, goodbye.